I once sat down on a public bench and I found a book with a Post-it note on the cover that said, "I just finished this book, you want it?" And normally I probably wouldn't have read that book, but it felt like maybe the universe was suggesting it, so I read it. And after I finished reading it, I put the note back on the cover and I left it on the same bench. And I found myself quoting that book now and again and secretly thanking the person who had started that whole chain in motion. And I mentioned this to an old boss of mine, and he said, yeah, he loves stuff like that. In fact, he now builds little free libraries to stimulate those lucky discoveries. And I said, what are little free libraries? And he says that people all over the world will build these little houses where they can put free books and people can take one and leave one behind. And it's just something nice that a neighborhood will do to express a kind of camaraderie and goodwill. And I said, yeah, it's particularly nice that, you can do that and people won't just wreck them. And he said, well, no, occasionally that will happen. But he didn't seem very bothered by it because one time he had built a beautiful it looked like a little firehouse inspired by the fire station down the street. And some jerkwad had come along with a baseball bat and wrecked it. But when he came back on the weekend to fix it, somebody had already beaten him to it. And they'd replaced the glass and they'd fixed the damage and they'd given it a fresh coat of paint. And there was a little Dalmatian painted on the back that looked very much like a child had done it. So he imagined that it had been an adult and a child who had fixed it together. And as he was telling me about it, I had this big smile on my face and he said, yeah, I'm actually happy that somebody wrecked it because now I know that there is someone out there teaching a child we don't have to let the assholes win.